Hello, NPBF coaches and fans alike. Welcome back to yet another playoff coach interview. I'm Alex again, your host for all of these except for my own. With me today is the man who is probably infamous for you if you've been watching the recaps, and that is Dayshon of the Bridgeport Sandacondas. Dayshon, say hello to everybody.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What is up?
I know you've been wanting to be on these for a while.
Yeah, man. You guys, this stuff is dope, man. I like it's like watching like I don't know the WandaVision or something.
That is a huge compliment. That is a
Yeah,
huge,
definitely.
huge, huge compliment. Uh, so before we get into any NPBF stuff, you have a very storied history of what I'm about to ask you. I know this just from knowing you. Um, I'm curious as to what your background is in competitive Pokemon and what got you here.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Um. Well, just like I told the guys, I'm probably the I know I'm the oldest in the group, sitting at a whopping 38. Um, again, I started playing Pokemon Red was my first game. Then I got Blue, got uh, I didn't get Green, but I ended up getting Silver, Gold, Emerald, Crystal, all of that. I really started to competitively play second gen.
Wow.
Yeah, second gen. I started to really get in, even though EV training
Yeah,
was
the whole
a
system was
lot,
different then.
man.
The
It involved
the
a
whole
lot.
system was different.
Yes, it was.
They completely changed it and revamped it when we once we got to Ruby and Sapphire.
Yes, they did. Um, they did, and I used to take my mons and I played all through those. I had Pokemon Stadium. I transferred them over to Stadium, and then would transfer them over to Fire Red, Leaf Green. It was nuts. That game was annoying to beat as well. Freaking
Oh, it
Mewtwo,
was.
the Surf Pikachu, all of that. But I started then. I would play around with the kids in high school. There wasn't much. It wasn't a lot of kids. Like for some reason, playing Pokemon back then was kind of I guess, a nerdy thing to do. So
Mm.
you would have to kind of hunt down people that play discreetly. Hey, you play Pokemon? Yeah. And it'd be and here I am on a wrestling team, football player, big
Oh,
rock,
wow.
big jock, playing Pokemon. But yeah, I played that. A couple of GameStop tournaments. And I only played three, but I won two, and it was my first cash one. I was
Whew.
defeated by a guy and his son. I was so mad. It was a Gyarados, but I never forget that win. That loss, actually, I'm sorry. Other than that, yeah, I just been doing that, catching rare people, and then I saw that they had competitive pages on Facebook, and I was like, "Whoa, look at that! It's actually pretty cool." And I actually think my girlfriend Robin put me onto it, so I jumped on, and that's how I met you.
Yes, yeah,
And,
that is how you and
and
I met.
yeah, the rest is the rest is history. I jumped on, and not only did I join your crew and your league, I joined a couple others. End up meeting Brock around the same time, and a couple other guys that run around battling. They're actually really good. I've battled a lot of talent, and I've grown with each new gen. Have really helped me with my skill level. Won tons of tournaments and stuff like that. I'm looking to try to hang it up now, but you won't let me.
I, I think it's more than just me that won't let you. I'm just the most vocal about it.
Maybe so. Maybe
I
so.
can't lose my training partner.
Yeah. Well, I'll always be there to help you train. I'll always be
That's
there.
true. I know you will.
Mhm. But that's a story in a nutshell.
That's wild that you like got started playing like competitive Pokemon in second gen.
Yeah. Yeah, like let me tell you, like I said, and stuff. A lot of people didn't back then. You used to use a lot of guys would use I forgot the little cartridges that go in the games, but the help the little cheating devices, hacking
Oh
devices,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
the
the
Sharks.
yeah, the sharks. There you go, Game Shark and stuff like that. But not everybody can afford those. So the competitive scene, at least where I was from, a lot of it was done hands on. Like you grind the train your guys and the TMs that you only got once and all this other stuff. Yeah, it was pretty tough. It's pretty tough.
Wow. Well, here we are, over 20 years after the fact. I mean,
Yeah.
Gold and Silver came out in the fall of 2000, so it's
Yeesh.
been
Yes.
it's
Yes.
been 21 years since you've been playing Pokemon competitively.
Yeah. Yeah. Had every Game Boy all the way up to the Switch. Oh, yep. Yep.
So, let's talk NPBF then. You know, we got your
All right.
history. You've been playing the game since they came out. You're the grizzled veteran here. So let's talk NPBF, where you've seen it all. You've seen every gen. You probably know more about the various gens of competitive Pokemon than most people that we could talk to.
hmm
So with that in mind, what did you think this season of instead of doing the typical, oh, everyone's playing Gen 8, we're just going to keep doing Gen 8, changing things up and going back to 6th gen?
Uh, dude, I loved it. I was like, whoa, that's Gen 6. Holy smokes, one of my favorites before all the freaking nerfs and stuff, man. The of course that I knew that opens the door to like stupid things like Brave Bird, Rennie, and stuff like that. You know, the that is was that ran amok the whole gen, man. They tried to ban the heck out of that. But besides Gale Wing, Gengar not having levitate still. Unfortunately the Megas not getting their stats kicked in till the first turn after. So a lot of Megas you had to run protect on. But other than that, man, oh oh my god, yes, the bring back of hidden power. Yo, they tell you it's like eating ice cream on a hot summer's day. I was like,
Oh yeah.
wow, wow, hidden power. Matter of fact, I think that like a couple guys in the beginning of the tournament were like forgetting that hidden power exists now.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it was pretty intense. I liked it. It started up a lot of creativity, and I was like, oh, a little blast from the past. So it was pretty cool. I was really excited over it.
Yeah, I think the Gen 6 season has been a big success. It definitely got to change things up and shook up all the monotony that we had for Gen 8 for 2 years now.
Yes, yes, it did. Yes, it did. It starts up a little more creativity, and and like you said, it stirs the pot. You walk in and everything's different. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh, and familiar at the same time.
yeah. Like some things are better. Some of the comfort stuff that was super good isn't available yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, very much so. Very much so.
So I'm going to assume though that you had like no difficulty adjusting because, like you said, it's one of your favorite gens.
Yes. Yes. Uh, the I think the hardest part, the two hardest things of adjusting is one, the picking your team.
Hmm.
So there's a whole list of a whole bunch of Pokemon that you're dying to get your hands on, but there's also a whole bunch of skilled players that may have their eyes on the same Pokemon you do. And you and I both know that, we got sniped. A bunch of
Oh
us got
yeah.
sniped. A good like the team I have now is like a product of getting sniped more than once.
Oh,
You know?
especially yours.
Yeah, yeah, man. I was like, holy smokes, are you serious? Like, but yeah, so you have that. So now just team building in general. It's not like, everybody can put a Lando on their team or something like that. once a Pokemon you want gets taken, now you have to start thinking, okay, so you gotta pick a mon that kind of wants to do what you wanted the original mon to do,
Mm-hmm.
or change some dynamics of your team around and all this other stuff. So I think that part is tough and challenging, and like prepping for the people that you're gonna face. Because now, not only do you have to build a team, but most of the people in this league, man, are no freaking joke, man. I've
No,
I've
they are not.
man, I've battled, like I said, years of, and this is probably the strongest group of people that I've sweat when I'm messing with these dudes, and again, it's a different, like, when I played in D League, there was only maybe one or two people that I always had to keep my eye out on when I was working my way through it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, yeah.
But when I got here, in a skill level that's here, it's it's everybody. And even though there's some people that are better than others, they still have the capability that you screw up, that's it. They can take the hole, and you're like, dang it, man. You know what I mean? Or they lucky hacks or something like that happens, and they can take advantage of it. They see a hole and they can take it. So I think those are the two things that make it challenging for me.
For
Um,
sure.
yeah.
Now, you mentioned how, you and I both got sniped about a good bit, and our teams are products of sniping. We'll
Mhm.
get to mine whenever my interview goes live, but let's talk about yours. I don't think it's a secret that the team that you drafted as a result of these snipes is not how you like to play.
No, not at all. Alex, you of all people know, I am not a patient person.
No, no, you're not.
I am not. I loathe Star. I don't like Star. I do recognize that Star is effective as you ladder in Smooth On, which is another platform I can't stand, but it has its purpose. When you ladder in a Smooth On ladder, once you start getting higher up, that's all these high level dudes do is stall, 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 stall. So um, I think I did entertain the idea at first, especially I think I said it to you. I was like, yo, I should just get all star muns and stuff like that. But I was like, nah, that's not my style. I'm a balanced dude. I like to have one defensive guy, one specially defensive guy, and then everybody else fills in holes. A
Oh yeah.
lead, shenanigans. An offensive guy, special offensive by physical, and then that's it. My teams are usually more balanced and maybe a tad towards the offensive side. And then
Mm-hmm.
I've been known to run hyper offensive, but defensive or stall, nah, I can't stand. I can't do it. But this is the team that I have. I was looking at it and I'm like, yo, dude, like these guys, they thrive more on versus stall, and it's not even that it's like stally. It's just that they thrive more being fat than
Yeah.
being offensive. And the guy, and it's not, again, it's the people that I'm facing. You'll look at them, look at the team, and then look at the driver behind the team, and they're like, I can't afford, because the way he plays and this guy's move set and what, I can't afford to run offensive on this Pokemon. Like a good example is freaking Arcanine. Arcanine can be ran a lot of different ways,
Oh yeah.
but it's been very hard for me to run him offensively because of the guys that I've been facing. I'm like, he's not gonna do good offensively. Like, I need him to have life. I need him to continue to do what he needs to do. Unless like if it was like a blind battle. You challenge me, I challenge you, and we go into it lively. Like, okay, now I can kind of run him offensively now. But if I see you coming, and his best form will probably be the fat variant, what I like to call. But other than that, yeah, those are the things that the only problems I had running into it.
I mean, we can't really argue against the effectiveness of your stall Arcanine this season, lest we forget that you stalled out a Slowbro with Arcanine.
Uh, yes, yes, yes. The and that was only due to the fact that our practice matches helps out dramatically. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So one thing I don't do, or I should do, I'm guilty, is I really should calc. I like 90% of my battles, I really don't calc. I use, because I've been playing so long, like I'll remember how much damage a Brave Bird Crobat does to a Pokemon. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
I done seen it in so many different scenarios, or at least I can ballpoint it. So ballpark it. I'm sorry. And that's with a lot of moves. You
I
know,
mean,
I
I
can
think that's,
ballpark.
I know you say you should calc, but I think that in itself is a really invaluable trait that you have where, like, because I know you and I have, we've come across various different sets, and I was like, oh man, I wasn't ready. I had to figure it out, and it was actually this type. And you're like, man, I could have told you that just from looking at it, that this is how he was running it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that last battle you had, when I was like, oh, he's going to need to. He's got a roost here, because I know he's not going to survive the. I've killed many things with recoil moves, and at the life that they are, and then see the recoil damage afterwards. So that stuff stays with me. So I was already looking at it like he better roost, or he's gonna kill. And of course, I knew he was gonna win, but you had your chance to get the 6-0, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, he blew it. He blew. I was screaming.
yeah, that was a dumb on my part. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jesse.
Oh my goodness. But no, other than that, man, yeah, that's the that's how that goes, man. It's just like I said, calcing though, man, it helps out a lot, because
Oh, it
it
does.
sometimes it's just you're off by those two numbers, and that can let you know whether you can live or you die, or you know what I mean. You can
Oh
know to
yeah.
take a chance, or not to take a chance. Like my last battle, I lost, but I had there was a point where I was gonna face Manor Swine. Well, there was a chance I could have used extreme speed, and extreme he was at like 40 something percent. I wasn't sure. My memory told me that I don't think I can kill him, even if it's unless it's a crit. I don't think I can kill him on extreme speed. But uh I if I count, I would have found out that, because I was behind a sub, that I could have earthquaked them first, and he was toxic, so I could have earthquaked them first. He would have broke my sub. Toxic would have took some life away. Earthquake would have took some life away, and then extreme speed, and that would have killed them. I wouldn't have known that unless I would have calced or really, really thought about it. But instead, I did something different, and it caused me to goof. Uh-oh. I pulled a uh-oh. And then losing to the better battler, of course. So
It
yeah.
happens. It happens. But let's talk about that team now. We've talked about, like, we've talked around them a lot. Let's get into some of the actual guys. You
Okay.
know, I'm curious. I know some of the guys you're pretty familiar. Well, you're familiar with all of them. Let's be honest. But I
Yeah.
guess maybe, but not with this type of team building that you've had
Mm.
to do these last 12 weeks. So what I want to know is, out of all of your guys, which is the one that surprised you with how well it did? Just like exceeded your expectations. It could be offensively, it could be utility wise, it could be just one that was just more successful than you thought it was going to be when you were picking it up.
Um. Let's see. You you know, like really looking at my team and these guys on it, the two. I have three months that really took me for that I haven't really played with, but I now playing with them out of the box that really had me thinking that way. First one is Cloyster.
Oh yeah.
Um, Cloyster is basically, dude, Shell Smash, Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, um, of course, Shell Smash, and some either some water move or some other move or whatnot, or ice shard.
All right, so you just like described the typical Shell Smash Cloister set, the one that sees a lot of results. We've seen you do well with it here, right? But
Yeah,
you just said that it's done a lot of things and it's even fit some other roles. So what else did it
yeah,
do?
um, yeah. So like I said, you got the basic Shell Smash set, but then when you really look at Cloyster's defense and his HP, it's not bad. And so like as a physical wall, I've did things with Cloyster that I haven't had the balls to do in any other match. You know what I mean? So like when I'll see him and I can use him as one set I used was whirlpool,
Mm-hmm.
protect, toxic, spike, or rapid spinner. And I've even ran them, which is I mean not new, but I even ran them mixed or fully special. And and he outshines. And what happens is people expect the cloister to be, oh, okay, this is going to be an automatic shell smash, and they find out it's not. So now they have to adjust to that, to the cloister that's there. And especially if I have someone that can come in and take physical hits, especially even after maybe a switching from Arcanine and then switch into a cloister, and cloister ends up toxicing or something crazy, or running, like I said, a shell smash special set.
Mm-hmm.
you know it's he's been actually pretty cool. I do wish he had more options, but I've been taking advantage of his other high stats, and like, he's been working for me. The other one that I haven't used a lot in the past, but he's been helping me out is my and now the Mega is a mon that Medichan. He's a Pokemon that was originally on my list. Like I wanted him from the jump. It was going to be between him and my other favorite Mega, which is my favorite Mega, I should say, is Mega Beedrill.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like the fake out option, and and I feel like Medi doesn't get a lot of shine. He is it actually is pretty good. And yeah, his move pool is okay, but that's a Pokemon that throughout my matches, like a few of them, dude, it'd be like there was a match that I had where there was like four Pokemon left, and he ripped through all of them with one move. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, holy smokes, this Pokemon's not bad. His
No,
speed, yeah, his speed tiers, it's okay, it's decent,
a hundred's
you
not
know.
bad.
Yeah, it's not, but and he rips through a lot and tears holes in a lot of stuff. So and it has recovery with drain punch. High jump kick to me is a little ritzy. Is always throwing the dice because you miss, it's a good chunk of life that's out of you. But if it does hit, holy smokes, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
yeah.
that's yeah, and that's another month. And the last month that actually's been I've been actually really liking, because I've been
Mm-hmm.
running them um different from traditional, is Riku or Raikou, however you want to pronounce them.
Yeah,
The
you've been
Thunder the
doing some
Thundercat.
crazy stuff with that. You want to talk about guys that you've been playing Stolly that you wouldn't play Stolly? That's the biggest one.
Dude, I had no idea how fat this cat can get. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yo, this dude, and you can catch people by surprise with him, especially the last set that I use, which is a protect, sub, toxic, and thunderbolt set, it's kind of ballsy because it only leaves you with one attack, and you don't, and if the guy has any ground Pokemon on his team, it makes things a little difficult. But at the same time, his ability is pressure, so you end up toxicking something and hiding behind subs and protecting and wearing them down and using up their moves real quick, and then the next thing you know, they're like dang, you know what I mean? So, and then not only that, when I do run him offensively, he's a great pivot. He's very quick. Comes in, comes right out. Um, and he has a lot of tools at his disposal. I haven't been really going real crazy with all the tools, and he actually got some nice tools in Gen 8.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah, because he has Scald now, right?
Scald, yeah, he has Scald, and with Calm Mind, the access to Calm Mind, Skull gets real dangerous, and now those ground types are they're fearing him now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he has his special attack stat is nothing to laugh at either. You know, um, that that's pretty decently high. But yeah, he has high special defense, and his HP is not bad, and me being able to run him differently than traditionally, it's been working for him. It's been working for him. So yeah, those are the three Pokemon that been taking me by surprise, and I've been able to do something with. I have I did have in my head to do. I really wanted to run an offensive Skarmory,
Oh,
but haven't had the balls to do it yet, or haven't seen a hole in a team where I have an opportunity to do it. I know it takes a lot to get his speed up. So I mean, he does learn rock polish and agility, and he does know swords dance. And he has some moves that can actually Brave Bird after a swords dance or two. Brave Bird can start putting holes in a lot of things. But I've been wanting to run that for a while, and I was waiting for a hole to see if I could do it, but I haven't found the opportunity yet.
well, that opportunity might still be coming. We still got playoffs. Who knows?
Mm.
Who knows? But on the flip side of that, which which guy on your team or guys, you gave me a good few ones that surprised you of how good they've been. Who has been underwhelming for you? Who has just not done as well as you would hope they would?
You know, man, um, I probably have to say Chinchino.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't had much luck with it, and only because like again, what I think it is one, the group of people that you play against, they're very high level, so I mean they know what he's coming with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as soon as he hits the field, or as soon as they see him in the lineup, they're kind of all right. He's not like a one trick pony, but if you got somebody that can deal with him, you got someone that can deal with him. Plus, he has paper thin defenses,
Oh yeah.
so he can't really take a hit. He can get in and out because his speed is good, so he's a great U-turner. But uh, uh with that saying, is his 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 attacks are his multi-hitting attacks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been hard to, like, a lot of these guys that I've been facing, bro, they have some heavy hitting Pokemon on their team. Like, you look at each and every team, they have like two or three Pokemon that freaking Jeff. Holy Hoopa Unbound. Like, really? Who allowed that? Who allowed that?
Hey, that thing
You know?
dies. I don't even think that thing's on the kill leader list. So,
Oh, it's unbelievable. But these guys, they got super powerful mons that will decimate someone like him.
oh
So
yeah.
unfortunately, he's been like underwhelming for me. Like, and then there's many ways I can use him, but I couldn't find a spot to stick him on a team where I would feel that either Skarmory is needed, Blissey is needed.
Mm-hmm.
But and I believe there's another spot where I just got Lilligant, and I was been trading out that spot for a while. Like, I had Tauros. I had Lilligant. I think I had another, but I can't even remember who it was that was there. But that spot in particularly was hard to fill too.
Oh yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's most likely been Chinchino, and I like he's one of my favorite Pokemon. But yeah,
Would you say everybody else has done about what you expected them to do?
yes, I would say that. Um, I would say that another thing I can't stand is freaking Zygarde will be so much better if I had 1,000 arrows. Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
would love that. That would make him so much better. But with him just having earthquake, a lot of the guys with levitate or the flying types that can avoid me makes it
Mm-hmm.
hard to run. If I just had that, screw it. I'll just run just that move, and then I have more options to do other things. But for the most part, he's been doing pretty well, and or when I use him, nothing. I don't say underwhelming, but I would figure that the guys that are more towards sweeping potential will probably be Zygarde, Mega Chan, and Cloyster maybe. But Zygarde hasn't really been filling that role as much as I would have liked him to. But he does play his role. He does
Yeah, he
play his role.
does. He does.
You know?
He's a good value, though. I think he was a tier 2 this season
Yeah,
because he doesn't
yeah,
have
no,
1,000
he
arrows,
he
so
is.
he's good value there.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely is.
All right,
So
so let's move to finals, playoffs. We could talk a bit more, but I think we'll get more interesting questions about. We'll get some of these questions that answers that we have questions to when we talk about the playoffs. Uh, so I'm not sure if you're aware of who all the coaches are that are going at time of recording. We're actually still not 100% certain who's in playoffs. We have two people vying for a final spot. Uh,
mm,
you could tell we were recording this as the season's going because those numbers keep changing and who's been
changing, yeah, right.
viable. Like even interviewing some of the other coaches, the names have changed. Names have gotten added as we've figured stuff out. People have been eliminated from playoff contention. So the locks right now are the two of us, Steven and Liam as the other division leaders, and then the wild cards we have Rennie, we have Jason, and we have Jeff confirmed. And vying for the last two spots are Ant and Eric. So all of those, I'm gonna have to actually modify this question because it's you I'm asking.
Mm.
Normally, I'd want to know out of all of these coaches who would be your dream opponent in the finals, but I'm gonna have to ask you who your dream two opponents in the finals are.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. um. Well, like I said, we already know that one the dream. If I get up to that level, that last spot, that it would be to fight you. You know,
Yep.
and for a plethora of reasons, I think that I will probably be the most relaxed in that. Like every time I fight these guys, from Rennie, Jeff, Anthony, all of them, there's a certain. I try to stay real calm, but my palms get sweaty and all this other stuff. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
if I someone that can, beat you, and then not only can they beat you, you don't want to get 6-0'd, or played
Oh
around like
nah.
easily predicted or whatever.
Yeah.
But with that being said, um, playing you at the finals is a lot easier. I'm comfortable. Um, and you know what? If I screw up or I lose, hey, you know what I mean? I feel so much easier and better losing to you, and a good part of me being where I am again will be because of you, because when I prep, you're always included in my prep and all that. So that'll probably be the most idea. But um and you know what, my dream match in finals, if I was to make it to the end, if it wasn't you, it would probably be Rennie.
Ooh, that's an interesting one because uh we still have two games left that have to go, but as we've been doing this interview, Rennie did his round 12 game and you might be facing him round 1. His not round 12.
Yeah.
So that might be your round 1 for playoffs.
Mm, yeah. Rennie, there's a lot of. I feel like it's almost like a like me and you. I feel like a is it like a if I had to use an analogy or some kind of thing to kind of compare us, like a Vegeta and Goku like fight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Rennie, however, I feel is like a Goku and Cell fight.
Ooh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I do know what you mean.
So although like during out through the saga when they fought each other, they were almost on equal playing field, but they Cell was just stronger a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like I look at look at Rennie and Rennie. I mean Rennie's team is still nothing to scoff at, and it's not even that is his team, it's his skill level. This is a dude. Now I have the same capabilities of saying, you know, hey, let's battle. Take a team, throw it together in like 2 minutes, and say, okay, you ready, and then fight, and give you like a real good fight, even though I just took a team and put it together in like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Rennie can do the same thing, but with the way he's done it, the dude has won like 4 times, so he has that under his belt, and you know, he also is like he's the man. He dusts his shoulders off, and we have talked plenty of times in private messages and stuff. And like I wanted to, if we have met like in the finals or whatever, that would me being the obstacle to stop him. I felt will be it. Like I would love to be that guy. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would probably. Yeah, I would love to be that guy. A small piece about it, like, there's just again, I hate to be like that, but a smart piece of me wants to be the one that had defeat Ren. Again, I don't look at I don't look at it too much like that because again, it's Pokemon, and I've been beaten by people who nowhere near any of our levels because of a hack, uh, misses, unlucky, just how the game is, But to go against someone of his skill level and caliber, and then like give him a real good fight and then beat him. I That's something I would like to. It will make me feel good, you know. And if I
Mm-hmm.
get beat by him, then I get beat by him again. It's Rennie. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, we're still waiting on one more game. Or, well, we're still waiting on one more game. Maybe, no, two more games. So, depending on the outcome of one of those, like, would decide if you're gonna fight Rennie round one, or if it would be like only a finals matchup.
mm, mm,
That's where we're at right now. We still have to see how the last two games of Week 12 go.
mm.
But in that same vein, of the guys we've spoken about or mentioned, is there anyone that you would have dread having a potential matchup with in any round? It could be that you don't like the team they have. You may not. Maybe you don't like their play style. Maybe you think you have a bad matchup, or like you're
Um,
historically you just lose to them. I don't know. Whatever reason you can come up with.
the honestly, I actually was mm, I would probably say Liam
Oh,
because Liam's team has changed a good deal.
it has. It's very scary now. I mean, it was
You know,
scary
he,
before, but now it's scarier.
he picked up a couple layers of fat, and again, given that to a good player like that, this dude he done picked up Mega Sableye, and his melodic was already dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and then I had dropped I had picked up Reggie Steele for Rennie, and then I put it back, and I was gonna grab it again, but I didn't get it. He snatched it up, so now you got Reggie Steele to deal with. You also got Chansey, you know. So you got Superior. I mean, so and we all know what Superior does.
Yeah,
Just
thing
click,
you don't mess with.
yeah, clicks Leaf Storm, and just go.
Oh
You
yeah.
know. So he has a lot of fat things on his team, man. Girder's he's fat. Pillow Swine, he's he's fat. And then you got the heavy hitting Darmantang, Jotion for his little pivot dude. Latius is very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, man. And Chancey can come off with some slick stuff, you know. So yeah, that's probably a team that I'm not looking forward to, because doing that now, that will force me to make some offensive changes just so the match doesn't start on Monday and end on Friday.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It freaking goes clear into a 100 turn match. But yeah, he has a lot of dangerous guys on his team that can wear you down real slow. So you got that. So yeah, that's a team I really wouldn't be happy to face. You know.
I hear that. That's definitely one I don't want to face either. And unfortunately, it's looking like if I make it to the second round of playoffs, he might be who I have to fight.
Mm, mm.
So I'm not really thrilled about that, but that's assuming I even make it to round two. Let's not assume anything yet.
Well, just like I told you before, um, with the guys that are now in the final stretch, um, with the guys that are in the final stretch, everybody here is capable of beating
Oh, they
anybody.
are. They
You
are.
know what I mean?
It's
It's
anyone's
anybody's
season.
game. Like, everybody now is where the skill levels are, and the way they put things together is is wild.
It is. It's kind of nuts. Like this really could be anybody's season. Nobody's a safe bet to win the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. And it's nuts. It's nuts.
It's very, very nuts. Uh, I mean, you and I could do this. I mean, we've been going for like 40 minutes now. We could go for even longer, but I know it's getting late for you. It in theory should be getting late for me, but it's not.
Yeah.
So rather than keeping you up all night, I will instead ask you before we wrap this up one final question, and it can be as open-ended as you want it to be. It can be as many answers as you want it to be. And that
Sure.
is if you have any final thoughts before we move forward into playoffs that you want to touch on. It can be about playoffs. It can be about anything related to the season that you feel like you wanna you wanna put out in the world, talk about before we call it.
Um. Yeah, not really. Just I just want to I guess thank you guys again for inviting me. I was just thinking about that earlier today. Like, I was actually invited here. Um, Not even going through D League. Like, I was told to just join, but I was like, no, because I thought that navigating through
Through
what's the thing?
Discord.
The Discord was so annoying and hard, and I didn't want to deal with it. So, and then I said, Nate said, well, so then come to D League then. And that's what I did. And I was going to stay in D League. I won D League, and then I stayed there again. Won D League again. And I was going to stay there again. But they were like, yo, you got to come up here. Came up,
To
and I was like,
doubles.
yeah, doubles. I was like, yo, I want to come up and I want to shine. Yeah, no problem. You can come up and shine. First season's doubles. Doubles. I hate doubles. Didn't shine.
Then
Second season,
mono.
mono. Mono? Oh, okay, well, what I got? Mono normal. Mono normal. Okay, you know what? Shouldn't be that bad. I can get Kangas Khan. He's a nice normal. Yeah, well, we're nerfing him. What? So yeah, and then I didn't do good there. And I'm like, all right, well, this is kind of sad now because I all this talk, I done beat D League twice and they done talked me up and I'm not even impressing anybody. And then that's when the next few leagues started, and then I was able to shine. But
Yeah, I mean, last
I
season
just
you made it to the finals. You were the runner-up.
yeah, second place, right? But I
Yep.
wanted to um thank everybody, especially Jeff and you, anybody that really helped me out. People that believe in me and convinced me to stay 'cause I was ready to go. I can't thank you guys enough. And every battle that I have here, I learn a lot from, and I get even better because I was even better than I am now than I was when I first started.
Oh
And
yeah.
I can't thank you guys enough. So I appreciate just me being here. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I appreciate all the hard work. I know even behind the scenes, all this stuff here, it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of dedication. Like I said, I love you and Jeff's videos. And I feel great just even being part of something like this. I'm able to, I wish there was a TV. I'd be like, hi, mom, something like that. But yeah, I really thank you guys a lot. And again, my job is just to just be nice and calm and just whoever comes my way, just fight them as best as I can and, you know, try to do what I can, you know.
Well, you're
So
certainly doing a good job of that.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. So is everybody else here.
Oh yeah.
So is everybody else here, you know. Lots of props. And I guess the last note I'll end it in is I'm gonna go if I do win, I'm gonna go get a t-shirt made and I'm gonna write champion.
Well, you
And
should.
and then when I'm gonna write champion, right underneath champion, I'm gonna get Torkel drawn on that t-shirt. And he's gonna have a little crown. And underneath I'm gonna put his ability. And his ability is not gonna be um I can't remember his ability. It's not gonna be like drought. It's gonna be white smoke, because that's what Turkle's bringing, the smoke. And then I will make sure I draft him my next draft tournament. Okay, this is if I win. This is only if I win. If I win,
Well,
this
maybe
is
you
all.
would. Yeah, you don't want to represent somebody else's roster member when you didn't even
No, no,
win.
no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But yes, definitely. If I win, that's what I'll do, and then I'll give Jeff a wink. You know, that's that's it.
Well, if nothing else, you gotta root for Dayshon to win just so he can get one over on Jeff again. In addition to what happened in Week
Well,
7.
we try not to. We don't. That was a fluke. We try not to talk about that. And, I don't want my man having twitches and stuff like that. It happens to the
He's
best of us.
already having it while he's rendering this out. I promise you.
Oh my goodness, it happens.
The moment
It's
the
just
T-shirt got mentioned.
me and Jeff have been bumping ideas for the last few weeks, but yeah, definitely. That we'll that whole cloister thing. We it's under the rug. I don't know what happened. It was a fluke. My son was playing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember that.
Well, Dayshon, thank you for coming on and speaking to me. It's been great, as always, having you on, getting to
The
hear from
pleasure
you.
is all mine, brother.
I
Pleasure is
can't
all
believe
mine.
you've been doing this since Gen freaking 2.
Yes, Gen 2.
All
So,
right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. We still got a few more interviews coming up, and then we are officially in playoffs, so look forward to the interviews and the playoff games. Uh, just keep watching, keep supporting who you support, even if it's yourself.
Mm.
Until next time, guys, I'll see ya.
Bye.